Republicans are laying down the law on DACA negotiations. The president tweeting this is the last chance to make a deal. And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell allowing only this week to debate it on the Senate floor. Despite all the tough talk, Democrats tonight for the second time blocked Republicans from setting up initial votes on immigration reform. Where do we go from here? Let's talk about it with editor-in-chief of Campus Reform, Lawrence Jones, and radio talk show host and Fox News contributor Richard Fowler. Welcome to you both, gentlemen.
Well, good to be here, Shannon. Happy early Valentine's Day.
Happy early Valentine's Day to the two of you, too. Hopefully you have big plans. Okay, so we're letting you come tonight, so you will have tomorrow night free for all your festivities. Okay, so tonight, nothing doing in the Senate. Maybe they're celebrating Valentine's Day early, too, because this whole thing has stopped there. We understand the House tomorrow is going to start putting out some feelers on a vote potentially on the Goodlatte bill, which is much more conservative than what we've seen in the Senate. But McConnell says as far as the Senate is concerned, this week is it. So, Lawrence, where do they go from here?
Well, I think this deal was dead on arrival, Shannon. I believe that the president set it up that he gave the Democrats what they wanted, which is, at the end of the day, they wanted citizenship. And not only did he give it for the DACA recipients, but he gave it to their parents, which angered a lot of the people that voted for Donald Trump. But he knew at the end of the day that the Democrats really didn't want a deal. And so I think what we have is this negotiator as a president giving the Democrats what they want and still requiring border security, knowing all along that they really didn't want a deal because they want to run on this issue.
Yeah, I mean, Richard, a lot of folks say that if they're not willing to settle up right now, is this about maintaining it so they can talk about it in the fall? You know, a lot of folks look back to 1986 and what Ronald Reagan did and what they passed then and said it was amnesty without ever getting the enforcement measures, and that Republicans would be crazy to agree to, hey, a path to citizenship for these 1.8 million. A lot of people on the right call that amnesty. And then we're not going to also insist on border security, cutting down on chain migration, redoing the visa lottery. The Democrats say they just want this clean on DACA and that's it, but they know they're not going to get that.
Well, I think the answer is somewhere in the middle, Shannon, on this one. I think you have to go out to the American people and have a conversation with them to see that. Just take a look at what happened today in Florida's 36th House District, where a legislative issue that was won by Trump by 5 points went for the Democrats by 8 points tonight because Republicans ran an anti-immigration message. So I think what the American people are trying to say here is this. Here is the big bargain. Democrats and a lot of Americans want the Dreamers to stay. Donald Trump wants this wall. It might be medieval, but he wants the wall. And there seems to be...
But the president went further than the Dreamers, Richard.
Wait a minute now. I think the deal is the Democrats give Trump the wall. He gives them the Dreamers. Game over deal. I think when you add in these other pieces like the lottery, when you add in family
Richard,
reunification,
you know they're not giving him the wall. I mean, Richard, they're not giving him the wall either. They're saying a study on border security or maybe some kinds of security measures.
I think if there was a clean bill that just had DACA and the wall, Democrats would support it. Luis Gutierrez from Chicago, a staunch immigration advocate, said he would vote for it.
All right, let me ask Lawrence, do you think,
it's not
Lawrence, do you think if it was just 2 million people in the deal, 2 million people plus the wall, would that end this? I mean, do you think that deal would get done without chain migration or visa lottery?
Well, I don't see it getting done without the visa chain migration and the visa lottery.
Well, what's the holdup?
I believe because here's the deal. If the president is going to extend it with the parents as well, and
but
not
there's no
just
parents in
the
this
Dreamers,
deal in the House.
Yes, he is. The president has set up his guidelines.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me just clarify so people understand. And in some of these proposals, it does say that chain migration will be allowed to go forward for some people. First of all, grandfathered in if you're pursuing it right now. Also, immediate spouse and children. And there are others who say this could also potentially extend to parents of DACA children.
But I think, like I said, I think a clean DACA bill for 1.8 Dreamers is exactly where I was at the beginning of this. And the wall.
So no
Democrats have indicated they'd be willing to vote for the wall. Right? You heard Luis Gutierrez, a staunch immigration advocate, said, I quote, I will give him his wall if we save the Dreamers. Senator Blumenthal from Connecticut said the same thing. So there seems to be some room in the middle, and I think the American people want a solution.
That would be an easy deal if that was the case.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to give it
I think it is an easy deal. I think the president's not making an easy deal.
I think the both of you are ready to go to the Senate. Because I think we've accomplished just about as much as they've accomplished there. But I want to make sure we get to our second topic, which is Omarosa. Here is her latest on the reality show she's now appearing on, Celebrity Big Brother.
as bad as y'all think Trump is, you would be worried about Pence. I'm just gonna say that.
I know.
So everybody that's wishing for impeachment might want to reconsider their life.
Absolutely.
We would be begging for days of Trump back if Pence became president. That's all I'm saying. He's extreme. I'm Christian. I love Jesus. But he thinks Jesus tells him to say things that...
Lawrence, she is a pastor's wife, and she is ripping Pence again on the faith thing. It's not, I mean, it's not unusual, but, you know, hey, here we go again.
She is ripping up Pence after she claims to be this pastor. She's essentially making fun of his face, saying somehow that it's scary, but, you know, she believes in the prosperity gospel, so it doesn't shock me that this is coming from Omarosa. But not only that, she's ripping up the White House, but guess what? This is the White House's fault, Shannon. There are plenty black conservatives like me that warned the White House. We told them that she was a problem, that she shouldn't be over outreach, and they didn't listen because somehow she had a relationship with the president. We warned them. So guess what? You guys got to deal with damage control now. But we warned you guys, you were aware of it, and y'all still brought her to the White House to do absolutely nothing. She didn't help with the black community at all. So now they got to deal with this mess.
All right, Richard, quick final word to you.
I have no time for Omarosa. I had no. She lost her credibility for me when she was for Hillary, and then she went for Donald Trump. I think she's looking for a book deal, and given the information she's putting out in this show, she'll likely get it. Good luck to her. And here's the thing. She learned from the master of marketing, and now she's used it to weaponize against him. It's a sad and unfortunate truth. Moving on.
Okay, moving on, gentlemen. We'll leave it there with some agreement between the two of you, senators. Lawrence and Richard, great to have you both. See you soon.